We're looking live on Long Island, 35 miles outside New York City, on the campus of Five Towns College in Dix Hills, New York, on a chilly Wednesday night. We bring you inside the Sound Arena for this men's basketball season opener between the visiting Touro College Tornadoes from Queens, New York, and the Five Towns College Sound. What's going on, everybody? I'm Aaron McLaughlin, and on the call with me tonight is Sydney Mountain. Sydney, the Sound went 7-14 last season. What stats do they need to improve on to make that better this year?
Now, like you said, Aaron, they went 7-14 last season, which is not how anybody wants to end. But the Sound have added new height, and they've added new leadership into their backcourt. So hopefully their rebounds per game go up and turnovers per game go down.
Sydney, a lot of players from last year's Sound team left. Who are the new faces?
Yeah, so the Sound actually have 7 new players this year. We have 3 transfer students and 4 freshmen. We've got Hunter Waldman, who's a guard. He actually transferred from SUNY ESF, which is in the HVIAC conference. We have transfer Tyler Orion Grant, who's actually is a transfer from Touro College. And then you've got some new college basketball experience from Donald Darby and Tim Terry. And then, like I said, that added height, you've got Markel Foster, who's a freshman. And then we have 6'7" Ahmad McKnight, who's a transfer student from Sand Hill Community College in North Carolina. And then you also have the new experience of Anthony Setzer, too.
Sydney, they should definitely help this Sound roster. But in your opinion, your eyes, who's the difference maker? Who's your player to watch?
Yeah, like I said, we've got new leadership in the backcourt, so I have to go with sophomore Tyler Bond. He was averaging 12 points per game last season. He led his team with 98 assists, and he started 18 out of 19 games as a freshman.
Tyler Bond spoke to the 3rd member of our broadcast team, Jeff Kramer, earlier tonight.
In Sydney, such an exciting night, folks, here at the FTC Sound Arena for the men's home opener. Such exciting stuff indeed. So, Tyler, what are your overall expectations for this season?
My overall expectations for us to win, and I want to win the conference. It's going to be our first year to do it, but I think we have a perfect team that's ready to win.
And how does it feel stepping into a leadership role as a sophomore this season?
It feels good. I had a good mentor in Damani last year, and Coach took me under his wing, so I'm very confident and comfortable.
And what aspect of your game has improved the most, do you feel, in your off-season training?
I would say my shooting improved the most. I put a lot of shots up and worked on my range, so it's been better.
All right, awesome. Well, good luck to you and the team tonight, Tyler, and for the season.
Thank you.
Singing of the Star-Spangled Banner and the announcement of the starting lineups from PA announcer Howard Kaplan.
Thanks, Aaron and Sydney. Such an exciting night, folks, here at the
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the home opener of the 2023-24 Five Towns College Sound Basketball. Today's matchup features the Touro College Tornadoes and your Five Towns College Sound. Fans, at this time, we ask that you please rise if you are able, remove your caps for the playing of the national anthem. And now it's time for the introduction of today's starting lineups. First for the visiting Tornadoes. At guard, number 5, Noah Ripstein. At guard, number 10, Nellis Wise. At center, number 12, Danzel Laglaze. At guard, number 23, Delwin Alcantara Jr. And at forward, number 24, Javon Johnson. The head coach for the Tornadoes is Irv Bader. And now, let's meet the starting lineups for the Five Towns College Sound. At guard, number 3, Tyler Bond. At guard, number 11, Ian Williams. At forward, number 12, John Philip Jagielski. At forward, number 20, Robert Williams. And at forward, number 35, Ahmad McKnight. The assistant coaches for the Sound is Roy Jimenez. The head coach is Craig Drizel.
Sydney, this is it, the first game of the season opener for the Five Towns College Sound. Touro, the Tornadoes, they played 2 games already. They beat Manhattanville and lost to Monroe College. But here it is, tip off. Javon Von Johnson, Ahmad McKnight, and it goes to Touro. And it's already out of bounds.
Yeah, I think we've all been waiting for this day to come. I know I was.
Yeah, today we've been very enthusiastic for this day. Here we go. Here's Nellis Wise. Nellis Wise taking around. Swings to Alcantara. Alcantara. Quick jumper is off and it's out of bounds. Hit the top of the backboard. Williams swinging to Bond. Five Towns Downtown's trying to look for open man. They're setting the screens. There are 3 people. Ooh, Ian Williams around to Bond. Williams almost lost out there. McKnight back to Bond, and Jagielski loses the ball, but nice recovery from Williams, and Five Towns is playing sloppy right now, and they lose the ball.
That high 3-2 defense from the Tornadoes is going to be a problem for the Sound tonight, because as we know, the Sound aren't known for their shooting behind the arc, so they're going to have to get to it if they want to start winning this game. Great defense indeed. It stays with the Sound. Ian Williams, quick jumper from 3, no good. Now Touro is going quick with it. Von Johnson, through 2 defenders, makes a bucket. 2-0 Touro. Transition defense has to be there for the Sound tonight if they want to win this game. Williams trying to set a pick to Novell. Bond around to Ian Williams again. Only one man underneath for the Sound, and it's a nice defensive play by Nellis Wise. So, Sydney, it seems like Five Towns keeps getting the ball back. That's because great defense played by Touro, and they just keep hitting out of bounds. And Ian Williams' shot seems forced. Nellis Wise around. And nice steal by the Sound, and here comes Tyler Bond. Bond with a quick jumper, almost blocked, and it's a tie score at 2 apiece. Right now for the Sound, it seems like in transition they have to push the ball, so they don't have that 3-2 from the Tornadoes setup. They've got to start pushing the ball. Alcantara, great defense by McKnight there. McKnight, a big man playing all the way at the top, and the shot is way off. Great defense by the Sound. Ian Williams to Tyler Bond, and they're going really quick. Draws contact, no foul, but the points are good, 4-2. How funny is that? You have the big man playing outside the arc and one of your shorter people getting the rebound underneath. Sydney, it's working, and the crowd likes it. They're calling for defense. And it's a foul on Touro. Josh Goltz checking in. The Swooker Vidal. Look at this. Fast break points, like I said, is how the Sound are going to be able to go out in front in this game. And Tyler Bond and Ian Williams have started that already for the Sound, and they're up 4-2 right now. Sydney, Touro may have the height advantage, but Five Towns definitely has the speed. So definitely. They got to keep relying on that. Bond, Jagielski wide open on the left. Instead, safe bet to Ian Williams. Back to Bond, almost loses it. Great defense played there. To the corner, Ian Williams. Back to Tyler Bond, quick catch and shoot, the 3 is off. Rebounded by Touro. Alcantara to Nellis Wise. Sydney, we keep seeing Ahmad McKnight playing defense very high at the 3. Coach Greg Drizel put him in a man. If his man's out there, he's got to go out there. There's nothing he can do about it, but we talked to Coach Greg earlier today, and he said McKnight is very athletic, so I guess he put his trust in him to go out there. Yeah, especially for a big man. 6'7", one of the tallest in Coach Drizel's tenure. Jagielski over to Ian Williams, over 2 people. Robert Williams puts it in, 6-2 Sound. Robert Williams is one of my favorite people to watch on the Sound just because he's such a hustle player. He's going to get your offensive rebound putbacks. He's going to dive on the floor. I love watching him play. The intangibles matter most in the game of basketball. I know that best. Goats around to Vidal. Nellis Wise. Oh, look for the open pass, but Ian Williams swipes it away. And here's McKnight, and he gets stripped of the ball. And now Wise is taking it fast. Sound defense gets back, and it's off. Nice rebound by Langlays, and he puts it up. Sound can't let that up there. Like I said earlier, they have to out-rebound anybody if they want to win games. Bond swinging it to Jagielski. Interesting, Jagielski usually down low, but with that new height for the Sound, he's playing more of a forward guard position. Ian Williams to Bond. Jagielski for the 3. It's good. 9-4 Sound. The fans are loving this. If you could be here, it is electric in here. Like I said, everybody was looking forward to this opening day, and it's definitely showing.
Alcantara, nice pass there, and it is good. 2 points for Javon Von Johnson.
That's just great ball movement. If you're the Sound, you can't let anybody in the middle.
Bond, nice screen set by Williams. Double team Jagielski, and it's going to stay with the Sound. Tipped by Touro College. See, Sydney, passes like that, can't force that.
Yeah, definitely not. Especially if you're in a trap, you gotta set your feet and find that open man. You just can't force it into the paint.
That almost just happened there, and Jagielski, it's going to be backcourt violation.
Once again, forced pass.
Yeah, forced
Can't
pass.
do that.
Way over his head. So it is 9-6 with 15:20 to go. 5 Towns. I mean, Sydney, it looks like the difference maker here is actually that speed they got, the fast break. Touro may be taller, and the height advantage will obviously make a huge difference, but the speed, I mean, they can't keep up. They can't keep up. That's a travel. Travel on Javon Von Johnson and Touro. Turnover.
Rob
Sound
Williams, that
ball.
difference maker, man. Just
Absolutely.
stands there, holds his ground, forces the travel.
Here's Bond. Bond looking for open man. He noticed McKnight was double teamed, so Ian Williams gets the ball and back to Bond. Bounce pass to Jagielski. Nice outlet look right there. And Bond driving, and it is off. Nice rebound by McKnight, and that's got to be a foul. He draws 2 shots.
I have a feeling he might be a player to watch later in the season once we get to know McKnight.
Absolutely, Sydney, I agree. And, his ability, as you mentioned, his ability to play, I mean, he's basically a stretch forward. His ability to play like he's a guard is kind of crazy. I mean, yeah, you don't have to expect him to shoot threes, but, I mean, we gotta take a look after the shot as to, how he drew that foul, because that was incredible. First shot is good. Sydney, what do we see here?
I mean, like I said earlier today, they have to rebound. He gets that rebound. He jumps over number 24, Javon. I mean, like I said, that height is going to be a difference here this year because they actually have a 4 and a 5 big man this year.
And he drains both. It's 11-6, 5 Towns. Tyler Bond, one-on-one, full court pressing Josh Goltz. Tire them out. That's what you need to do as the Sound defense. Bond playing incredible defense right here. And Nellis Wise trying to get past Ian Williams. Nice little pass, and it's good. Denzel Langlays, definitely somebody to watch out for. He's great in the paint. Bond to Jagielski. Don't force anything around to Bond. Ian Williams, what a good look, and it's in. That's something, Sydney. The looks, the passes are a lot better than last season.
And if I'm the Sound, I definitely want Ian Williams taking those shots. We were looking at it. Ian Williams was 36% behind the arc, which actually led his team last year. So I'm going to put trust in him this year to shoot those behind the arc.
Here's Josh Goltz. Around to Nellis Wise. Great screen set up by Langlays, and they're gonna call that a travel. Wow. It looked like it could have almost been a moving screen, Sydney.
Oh my gosh, that was almost NBA range too.
Yeah,
that was like 5 feet behind the arc.
That was at our logo, the 5 Town Sound logo, not the NBA logo, but still, that's very impressive. Here's Tyler Bond. Bounce pass to Ian Williams. Around to McKnight. McKnight trying to look for the open man. Finds Bond. Open lane to Jagielski. Takes the shot, and it is off. Rebounded by Nellis Wise. Bond once again. Sydney, that's something I'm noticing just right off the jump. Tyler Bond, even last season, his full court press ability on defense is always going to force turnovers. And a nice block by McKnight, and he is one-on-one with smaller player on Touro, and he gets the 2. It's the bucket. Timeout, Touro. What a huge momentum shift they have going into that first timeout.
Yeah, so like I said, we were talking to Coach Rizal earlier today, and we were talking about his new players. We needed some information on them. I mean, McKnight, he just has that length to him to be able to come behind somebody, get that block, and then run out for the fast break points. And when you're a foot smaller than McKnight, there's not much you're going to be able to do on a fast break.
And a lot of times, Sydney, when you see fast breaks happen like that, players actually get a little too ahead of themselves, a little anxious, a little nervous, lose the ball or force a shot. He was very steady. Josh Goltz of Touro was really rushing him, and he didn't force anything. He went ahead and did it.
That's definitely from the experience that he's had already. Like I said earlier today, he is a transfer, but we've got to ask, where's 22? Where is Damani Merritt? Because Damani has been with Coach Greg Drizzle since 2018, and Damani graduated last year, so there's no more for him.
First year without him, first year without Damani Merritt or Kyrie Sawyer, the top 2 leading scorers of Five Towns. So Coach Greg Drizzle said he believes in these guys. Denzel Langlays to Delwin Alcantara.
He called an offensive foul.
Here we go. If you're the Sound, you are very happy right here. Touro just seems like they're making a lot of mistakes, and it's costing them.
The Sound also had their first substitution of the game. Hunter Waldman came into the game, our transfer student from SUNY ESF. Coach Drizzle says, Hunter's a shooter.
He is a shooter, and that is up, and it is off. Ian Williams gets the rebound, and he steps out of bounds. Now, Cindy, interesting because obviously, you're up double the points if you're Coach Greg Drizzle, but why would you go away from Ahmad McKnight? Obviously, he needs some rest, but from that big forward system, now you're getting smaller.
Yeah, I mean, he probably just wants the shooting ability in there, especially like I said earlier, that high 3-2. They need to shoot, and then that defense is going to pull away, and then he can put his big man back in there and get inside the paint, which is where he definitely wants to be with his height that he's got.
Touro on the inbound. Sound are pressing. Here's Javon Von Johnson, one-on-one with Jagielski, around to Nellis Wise. Nellis Wise has Hunter Waldman on him. His Five Towns College debut, formerly of SUNY ESF. And the wide open shot is off from Alcantara, but rebounded by Javon Von Johnson, and that's got to be a travel. Yep. He took about 2-3 steps without putting the ball on the ground. Robert Williams on the inbound.
Like I said earlier, turnovers are going to be a big part of this game, and the Sound have forced 8 turnovers already.
Ian Williams, air balls, shot is off. Yeah, Sydney, that's a difference maker. They have double the points because of those 8 turnovers. 1 turnover for every point they're trailing. Here's Alcantara, and another turnover, make it 9. Great block by Williams. Bond to Jagielski.
Nice.
That's a foul and a half. Okay, I guess there's a lot of contact there. Here's Delwin Alcantara, underneath to Langlays. Backing up Williams. It is off.
That's a hard thing to do.
It is, and if he made that, how impressive it would be. Robert Williams, great on defense as always.
Ooh.
Bond to Waldman. Waldman around the back to Bond. Waldman again. Robert Williams underneath. Nice pass to Bond. Ian Williams, 10 seconds left on the shot clock. And Jagielski needs to find somebody, and it almost results in a turnover, and yes, it does. Nellis Wise is going to put it up, and it's off. Those are shots they got to make. And now Sidney Ian Williams using his speed to go to the net, and that's a foul. He draws 2.
That's another player that I love watching. Ian Williams is just so fast and so athletic. He makes somewhat like acrobatic moves going up to the basket. He draws in the fouls, and then he does make his free throws, which if you're a coach, you love that. Because a lot of players that do get fouled cannot make their foul shots, but he does.
And the first one is in. And Sydney, you and I have been doing the games now. This is year 3. Well, Sydney, if you watched how Ian Williams did the last couple seasons, he was great, but he was progressively getting better, and now he's getting some more playing time. And the second shot is no good. 17-8 Sound lead. Here's Josh Goltz around to Javon Von Johnson. There's a foul on Jagielski. Oh, I'm sorry, on Ian Williams. Check that. 17-8 Sound lead. Touro College hopes to pull within 7 here. And the first shot is not close from Javon Von Johnson. And we got Checking in is Tyler Orion Grant for Ian Williams. He's getting his first look.
Yeah, the former Touro College student.
Full circle.
Yes.
Full circle moment
Look
here.
at that.
And the second shot is also no good, but they get the ball back.
Ooh, stepped out of bounds.
Yep. Yeah.
Good try, though.
Is Touro on the inbound? Josh Goltz. Josh Goltz on the inbound. Touro stacking, and yep, there they go. Wide open Alcantara, underneath to Langlays, and there's probably no charging there. Wasn't standing still long enough. Jagielski to Bond. Orion Grant, did you see? I lost him. He's that fast. Orion Grant, three-point shot is off. Rebounded by Langlays. Alcantara, and here comes Josh Goltz. Josh Goltz being guarded by Hunter Waldman, who, Cindy, you and I played basketball with him last week, and he shot about 8 threes in my face.
It's not fair how good his shooting ability is. It really isn't.
Well,
That's not fair either.
great putback by Javon Von Johnson. The height advantage mattered there. If McKnight was out there, maybe it's not the same. Great screen by Jagielski. Bond around to Grant. Back to Bond. Hunter Waldman. Finding Bond, 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Underneath to Robert Williams. Great pass to Orion Grant. And Bond driving through. Finds an open Williams. Tries to draw the foul to no avail. And the shot's off. Touro ball 17-10, 5 Towns lead. Jagielski almost picked that one. And he's fouled.
You can't do that. Can't play hero ball like that. You have to be 110% sure if you're getting that steal, because if there's 50-50 shot, you are just asking for the people behind you and help defense to get that foul, and that's what happened.
Ian Williams and Ahmad McKnight check in, and it's Tyler Orion Grant and Jan Jagielski who are on the bench. So it seems like 5 Towns lost a little bit of momentum here, especially if Touro makes a shot. A lot of contact, almost a foul there. Here's Goltz. So 5 Towns, a little miscommunication there. They have 3 guys on Goltz. Alcantara, underneath Langlays. Nice shot, but it's off. Pulled up right in his face. Tyler Bond. Bond looking for open man. Ahmad McKnight, he says, I want this matchup with Gabriel Dembski. Tyler Bond.
I would
To
too.
McKnight. Waldman, the 3 is good. Swish.
It's unbelievable. It's so unfair how he's like he's 5 feet behind the arc, and it swishes. It's not even like a shooter's touch, like bounce. It just swishes straight in.
He did that in my face 5 times, and I'm 6'1". Here's Delwyn Alcantara. Alcantara,
Nice defense.
great defense by Williams and Bond. And it's going to 5 Towns College. 20-10, they double the score, 8.5 to go in this half. And what an interesting sequence of events. Sydney, what happened?
It's unfair. Like, look at that. He's almost to the volleyball 10-foot line.
My goodness.
It's unfair. And I'm going to keep saying that because I have no other words. It's unfair.
And that's what he said. Like you said before, Sydney, Coach Greg Giselle earlier, he said, Hunter Waldman, he's a shooter. He's probably the best shooter on the team. And he said him, Markel Foster, and Tyler Orion Grant are the first 3 off the bench. So Waldman, instant impact already. And great defense.
Yeah, that's a foul.
Ahmad McKnight gets fouled.
Wrapped right around him.
They are drawing a lot of fouls already.
All I gotta say, I'm excited to watch him progress over the year. I know I've said that already, but it's true. He's gonna be fun to watch.
100% agreed. Ian Williams, that's the key. Take it slow. Waldman around to Bond, double teamed, finds Waldman. And off the hands of Ahmad McKnight. Stuff like that should not happen. Turnover for the Sound. Here comes Touro. Josh Goltz, one-on-one with Hunter Waldman. Hunter Waldman playing great defense, almost forces a turnover. Now, Nellis Wise around to Goltz. Don't force anything, and it is in. Gabriel Dembski, 20-12 Sound.
I mean, that seems to be working for Touro, so I just keep going to them. They haven't stopped him yet, so.
Markel Foster's in the game now. And Waldman's shot, no. Seems like the ref signaled that he stepped out of bounds there.
He likes to shoot too far out. He's gonna be out of bounds on those corner shots.
Here's Josh Goltz on the inbound for Touro. Goltz taking it up. Ian Williams. Hard defense. Now it's Wise. Swings it around, and McKnight almost crashing into Gabriel Dembski there. Wise around to Goltz. Goltz trying to get a pick set, and it doesn't work because it's going to result in a lot of chaos underneath. Great defense. The Sound are playing great defense, and Markel Foster pushes out Javon Von Johnson.
Another 6'7" guy that Coach Greg brought in this year. Hoping him and McKnight have a great game on the boards tonight. That's all he had to say to us earlier today when we were talking to him.
Nellis, Wise on the inbound. Cindy, something I've noticed just from this first game from last year, the defense for the Sound vastly improved.
Yes, very much so. It looked like Drizzle definitely focused on defenders first before offense.
And it's 2 for Javon Von Johnson, and they pull within 6. Now, Cindy, looking at the scoreboard and looking at the game, the score should probably be different from what the momentum is.
Oh, yeah.
The Sound got to be a little smarter. Tyler Bond over 3 people, 22-14.
That's our player to watch.
There he is. Niles Wise and the Tornadoes just trying to look to stay within reach going into the half. Just under 6.5 left. And it's going to stay with Touro. Now, Sydney, just in what, 2-3 minutes, Markel Foster's been here. He's made great defensive plays already. Even though the ball is out on him, whatever, he's actually forcing a lot of turnovers and forcing the ball. Niles Wise. Wise around to Javon Von Johnson. Defense played by Tyler O'Ryan Grant, pressing hard on Javon Von Johnson. We're trying to weave in and out, 3 seconds on the shot clock. What a great shot by Von Johnson.
Yeah, I mean, Drizzle told us that O'Ryan Grant is probably his best defender this year, but there's not much else he could have done. That was great defense, great offense.
5 Towns calls a timeout. So 22-16 score. And Cindy, let's see what happens.
Like I said, there's not much you can do. He's almost a foot taller than O'Ryan Grant, so, I mean, the length is going to be there. So it's going to be very hard for O'Ryan Grant to keep up, but if he's as great as a defender as Drizzle has said, I believe he can do it.
Yeah, it's really refreshing because, you know, obviously the Sound, they made the playoffs last season. The year before they did struggle, but I think obviously we're both big sports fans. Something I love is defense. Great defense matters so much, and sometimes you can't measure that on the stat sheet. But when you watch 5 Towns College, when you watch the Sound play defense tonight, it's like a brand new team. Coach Drizzle, when he spoke to us earlier, Sydney, he hammered that home, and he was right. Here's Bond.
Oh, I know exactly what he's about to do. Coach Drizzle just gave me a hand signal, and I was at practice yesterday. Oh, that's not what it was supposed to be. But.
Well, put back from McKnight. That matters. 6'7" Ahmad McKnight, efficient on the boards, efficient on the putbacks. If he drops 6 points tonight, who cares? As long as he's got double-digit rebounds, if he goes 10 and 6 with a couple blocks, I mean, he's more valuable than anybody could imagine.
Hey, he's 2 for 2 from the field and 2 for 2 from the line, so I'm gonna keep giving him the ball. Oh,
absolutely. Markel Foster. We love Robert Williams. I can already tell that Markel Foster is going to be a taller version of him as far as intangibles.
I mean, they're going to need somebody else. Robert Williams is a senior this year, so hopefully Markel Foster, as that freshman, is going to be able to take his spot.
Tyler Bond to Foster. 3 guys on him. No avail. Here we go, Nellis Wise. And 12 for him now. Javon Von Johnson is actually, he's killing the sound.
Oh, yeah.
Around to Tyler Orion Grant, Foster, to Bond, Will. And underneath is McKnight, around to Ian Williams, the hesitation. Look, Sydney, that was a great shot, but you have to think, especially in crunch time later in the game, can't hesitate like that. But 3 points.
I mean, I'll let it slide for Williams because I've seen him play this is my 3rd year now. I go to practice almost every time. I mean, he is one of those spot-up shooters that needs his time.
Well, he's not just a shooter because even though he's, 5'9", 5'10", he's playing like a big man. What we say is stretch forward for Ahmad McKnight. I don't know, stretch guard for Ian Williams. He is 5'10" and plays like he's 6'4". That
really
is
does.
invaluable.
I mean, he's just that athletic where he has the ability to jump and reach that of somebody who's 6'7" as well.
Tyler Ryan Grant is getting this crowd on their feet. Huge play by the Sound. The crowd is going nuts.
It's so loud in here, I can barely hear you, and you are sitting right next to me. (29-18) Sound. Here's Tyler Bond. Ian Williams with a huge steal, and it's going to stay with the Sound. Momentum, momentum, momentum. I don't think we can talk about that enough. I don't think I've heard this gym this loud since our women's team won the championship 2 years ago.
And this is it, and they have a very intriguing roster to boot. Tyler Bond looking for the open man. Ian Williams around to Jagielski. Jagielski to Bond. Driving through, nice pass out to Jagielski. Regroups, McKnight,
Yep.
That's got to be a foul, slapped him.
Absolutely.
That should, yep, that is a foul.
That's going to be number 2 on Denzel Langlaise.
29-18, 11-point difference here. And McKnight's shot is off.
First missed shot of the game.
And Jagielski, great defense from Jagielski. Rebounded by McKnight, and here comes Tyler Bond. Fast break down the court. What an incredible lane created by McKnight, but to no avail. See, Sydney, the little things like that. Ahmad McKnight taking away the defender, and just what an incredible game the Sound are having right now. They're up by 11.
I mean, we are talking about great things, but both teams have to clean it up because there's a combined 18 turnovers right now. If I'm both teams, I need to clean it up because it's not looking great, even though it is getting very, it's getting very, I don't want to say hostile, but it's getting very,
chippy.
very, yes.
There you go. This defense, this Sound defense is, dare I say, looking like the 2023 Jets defense. They are really going off right now.
We're not doing that.
Oh, we're doing that.
We are not doing that.
We're doing that. Here's Tyler Bond. Tyler Bond. Robert Williams trying to set a pick. McKnight to Williams underneath. That's where it's most dangerous, but get out of here, says Gabriel Dembski. Jagielski with a nice move, and he gets the friendly roll.
That's the Polish Prince for you. We're bringing it back. We're bringing it back.
We're bringing it back. The shot from Goltz is off, and he's everywhere. Ian Williams is just everywhere.
He's like Spider-Man. I can never find him, and then he just appears out of nowhere. I don't understand. Look, I love the fake one-way, bring it back, because it always gets, especially in men's, it always gets the defender because men want to block everything. And they usually never do.
They love blocking shots. A nice shot, but it's off from Goltz. Here's Tyler Bond. Tyler Bond around, and Jagielski loses the ball, and it's a fast break for Alcantara. Ian Williams blocks it against the backboard. What a play by Ian Williams, and the shot is in, though, from Javon Von Johnson. He gets 2 points, but oh my goodness.
That looked like the LeBron chase down against the Golden State Warriors in that finals a few years ago.
And it's 3 for Ian Williams. Ian Williams making the crowd go crazy. The Sound are up 34-20.
Ian Williams is now 75% from behind the line. He is 3 for 4. It can't get much better than that except for 100%.
And Alcantara, and Wise's shot is off. 1 minute left in the half. The crowd loves it. Here's Bond.
Again? So close.
It's off. And it's off again from Javon Von Johnson. Here comes Tyler Bond. He catches his own deflection. Getting double teamed. Ian Williams to Amon McKnight, loses the ball.
Gotta be strong with the ball if you're McKnight there. You had a chance to put 2 more points on the board before half, but you gotta be strong with that, especially if you're the big man in the system right now. You've got to be able to put that up.
All right. Ian Williams taken out,
Hey,
gets a standing
I found
ovation.
22.
There he is.
There's Damani Merritt.
Damani Merritt is in the building, second player in 5 times history to hit 1,000 points.
He is loving this game right now.
Damani loves it.
The
What a
fans
game.
love it.
What a game, and it's very exciting, so we're loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. 34-20. 5 Towns leads, and 30 seconds to go in the first half. And
That was terrible.
I apologize. Ian Williams is doing incredible. He, as well as Tyler Bond, Amon McKnight, Jan-Philippe Jagielski, and Robert Williams, all have 3 rebounds. And the leading rebounder on Touro has 5. The next is 4. So he's tied with a lot of players for 3rd in rebounds this game, Ian Williams. And he's 5'10". He has 3 of the 7. He has 3 of the 10. I don't know, 17. He has 3 of the 17 rebounds for the Sound. I mean, Ian Williams, he's doing it. So here is the inbound from Touro.
That has to be 5 seconds.
Yeah, that shouldn't have gone through. Great defense from Orion Grant. He's following him all the way to the hoop, and the shot is off. Tyler Orion Grant.
Out of bounds.
It's out on Orion Grant, but Sydney, Coach Rizzo spoke to us before the game about Tyler Orion Grant. What do I have in my notes? Great defender, probably the best. There's Coach Rizzo. He said to us earlier, Sydney, he's probably the best defender on the team. Great high energy off the bench, and he's 6th, 7th man, and you could tell he's doing great. Almost loses it, and did he even look at the basket?
I really don't think so.
Well, 34-22, Bond before the buzzer, it's off. 34-22 at the half, and Sydney, this is actually a great game for the Sound. 34-22, Sydney. A lot of takeaways for this, right? A lot of takeaways.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, one of the difference makers right now is honestly the 3-point. Touro College is 0 for 4 from the 3, and the Sound are 5 for 12. So, I mean, 3-pointers are a big part of this game right now, which is why the Sound are up 34-22.
Sydney, it's actually really fun to see just good basketball played, especially when we've been doing stuff with the Sound since we got here, and it's actually really refreshing to see the three-point shooting is. I mean, it's there.
It's definitely gotten better since the first time that I got up here, which was actually 3 years ago against Touro College. Believe it or not, I got my first time on air against Touro College, so I mean, you can definitely tell it has changed.
Yeah, Sydney. I mean, so many great players for the Sound tonight. And Ian Williams is actually. I mean, we're gonna keep talking about him. I feel like people are gonna get tired of us talking about him. But I mean, why? Why? When he's doing this well, you see it. So do we. Ian Williams is out here, as
He
they say.
might even be our player of the game, but we'll see how the second half goes.
Well, player watch though. I mean, Tyler Bond was our player to watch. That's who you picked, Sydney. Now, he is doing well. Obviously, Ian's probably the star of this game, but Tyler Bond, I mean, he's doing it too. He's doing it too. Free throws. He's playing good defense. Watching Tyler press down court, it's awesome.
I mean, putting him as a sophomore in that point guard position. Point guards are supposed to pass the ball. It's not always about the points, you know? Point guards are usually there to facilitate plays. They're there to bring the energy on the court. They are your one. They are where you should put your trust in your offense. So I'm okay with him not scoring the most points tonight. I'm happy that Ian is scoring because that means Tyler is facilitating just the way he wanted to.
Yeah, and Tyler Bond is doing great. Tyler Bond, Sydney, let's break it down. How's he doing?
He just uses his athleticism and his quick first step. Tyler Bond has one of the quickest first steps, probably other than Ian Williams, in this game.
Absolutely.
So he has to keep using that to be able to find shots for not only himself, but for his team. So he can get Ian Williams open on the three-point line. He can get McKnight at the block if he's drawing two defenders on one side and McKnight's open on the other side. But he's doing a great job tonight facilitating offense.
So 5 Towns up by 12, Sydney, 34-22. What is the difference here?
I mean, honestly, right now, there's not much other than what I said earlier, that three-point percentage is very high. But field goals in general, the Sound are almost beating the Tornadoes by almost 10%.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and the rebounds, it's close, and I guess they each have a format error too. But 5 Towns shooting 43% to Touro's 35, 8% difference in field goal. I mean, that's gonna kill a game.
there's so many turnovers, the graphics didn't even want to put it up there.
That's exactly what it is. I mean, and obviously our people are hard work. Anthony and Jose down there, I mean, they're great at their jobs, and you're right. I think
There's just too many.
I think Touro's turnovers kind of broke it. But you know, it can't be said enough. It can't be said enough. 34-22. So I can't believe that the defense is getting as good as it is. Tyler O'Ryan Grant, best defender on the team.
I never thought we'd be talking about best defense of a Sound team. But honestly, I've never seen a better half played by the Sound. Yeah, no, I don't think I have. Maybe a few years ago when Ian Williams hit that game winner against SUNY ESF. Were you here for that one?
I was here.
That one was crazy. That was a
incredible.
great second half by him, but I don't think I've seen a better defensive stand by the Sound.
Well, Sydney, let's hope for the Sound that it stays that good. Stay tuned for some second half action after a short break. Sydney, let's take a look at the highlights. Look at this.
It looks so much better because I feel like they're focusing more on defense this year, which you love to see as just a basketball fan in general, because as soon as that defense starts to click, your offense will start to click. Because like I said earlier, most of their points are coming from fast break layups, other than, of course, Williams' three-point shots, but it's very hard to stop an athletic team when they're on the break.
So Sydney, let's look at the halftime stats just one more time. 5 Towns leads by 12. What else do you see here?
Yeah, like I said earlier, before the game started, rebounds have to go up. I mean, yes, they are winning and they are losing in the rebound battle, though.
Yeah.
Against a better team, it's not gonna go your way.
No, it's not. And it's 11 turnovers for Touro, 10 for 5 Towns. So, I mean, you want to mitigate that as much as possible if you are 5 Towns College. Second half action's about to get underway, but Sydney, I'm loving what I'm seeing. If I'm the 5 Towns crowd, and if I'm the coach, and if I'm the players, I'm loving what I'm seeing.
Oh, absolutely. Like I said, it's very exciting to see the height that they've added. So more aspects of the game can be played for them now. It's not a 5-guard system with two people trying to play big men that can't play big men, you know?
Yeah, and that's actually a great point, Sydney, because 5-guard systems, you're not going to win basketball games like that. 5 Towns did go to the playoffs, but you're not going to win big games like that. Second half has begun. 5 Towns ball. Williams into Bond. Here's Bond getting pressed by Nellis Wise to Williams, around to Jagielski. Jagielski to Bond, and the shot is up, and it is off. Great board by McKnight, but it's off. Here is Nellis Wise. Swings it around to Sluger Vidal, and they lose it. Langways loses it, and here is Tyler Bond for the sound. Robert Williams to Jagielski. Pump fake. Brings it out to Bond. Got to take it slow. Here's Robert Williams. Don't force anything, especially when you're up by 12. You want the momentum to stay there. Travel on Jagielski.
If you're going to take those 2 steps, you got to go up with it, my friend.
So that ball will be Touro Tornadoes ball. Then Nellis Wise. And here come Touro, and the shot is off. Again, oh my goodness, what is going on? 5 Towns into the corner, and it's actually gonna go to the sound there. So I think that ball was tipped by 7 of the 10 players on the court in that one possession.
If you're the sound, you have to start putting your focus on Javon Vaughn Johnson. He's been the only one, he has more than half of their points right now. So they have to be able to stop him if they want to continue to be victorious in this game.
Agreed, Sydney. Jagielski to Ian Williams, around to Bond. Jagielski underneath, what a move, it's off. And Sydney, shots like those, they can't miss.
If you're that close to the basket, I understand it's a difficult shot. Nice pass.
That was crazy.
But if you're that close to the basket, I understand it's a difficult shot, but you've got to be able to make those.
Denzel Langways just made a bucket over Jagielski and Ahmad McKnight. It just made it look easy. Now they pull within 10, 18 to go. Jagielski around to Bond, wide open. Probably should have taken the shot there, but want to be conservative. You don't want to force anything, so I get it. Jagielski around to Bond again. Less than 10 seconds on the shot clock. Robert Williams, nice pump fake, and the shot is off. Williams has to make that.
I don't know if I've ever seen him drive like that.
No. Nellis Wise, good shot. It's off. Ian Williams is losing it. Oh my goodness. And Nellis Wise with the steal. That was interesting. Wise. And here comes Touro, and it's stolen by Ian Williams. Him and Bond alone. Ian Williams puts up the easy 2. 36-24, 7 steals for the Sound. And there's already a timeout call for Touro College.
You know, we've been talking about the turnovers right now. It is very, very high for both teams. Like, there's one, but the Sound have just been capitalizing off of the turnovers that they have gotten. But, I mean, I was about the turnovers right now. It's very much. Sometimes I feel like both teams are playing too fast for themselves to handle, not even just the other team's defense. Sometimes they're just playing way too fast for themselves because a lot of the times it's somebody dribbling off your foot, or you lose your dribble somehow, or a pass is just out of control. So you just gotta slow it down and those turnovers will stop.
That's exactly what I was actually going to say, Sydney. If you've noticed in the replay, when Five Towns got that steal, great steal by Ian Williams, it looked like it was more of a lost dribble than a steal, because Touro's player, they were trying to drive, but I guess they were thinking ahead of what they should have been on schedule for, because their body left the spot before the ball did, so the dribble just got lost and the ball was right there for Ian Williams to take. It wasn't a swipe, it was just a mistake, mental mistake for Touro, and mental mistakes pile up in sports. They are, I mean, they are a big thing. Here's Nellis Wise to Alcantara. Five Towns playing interesting defense here, pressing 17 minutes to go in the game, and they're pressing all five, and the shot, and that's what happens, Sydney.
Honestly, I'm not too upset with the call because we've said it before, but the Sound have much more quickness to them than the Tornadoes do. The Tornadoes do have height, but that quickness is going to outlast in a 40-minute game rather than your height. So if they can tire out the Touro players right now, they're going to have to start using their bench, and that might not be what coach wants to do.
Here is Nellis Wise for the Tornadoes. Around to Vidal, back to Wise. Wise, four defenders converging for Five Towns. Nice pass, nice look, and a bucket for Langlays.
Did that not look like a travel to you? It looked like he took at least 3 steps.
And he actually stumbled too. McKnight. Yeah, he just passed that to himself.
I'm sorry, but sometimes the Sound amaze me. Like, if you have a man like that, why is he fumbling the ball in there? Please get him crisp passes. I understand, like, that one he almost dropped. And if you're the Sound, you can't have him drop that, because once again, that's another turnover. Please get your defender up, fake a pass high, get it low. I understand not all post people like the ball low, but sometimes that's where it's gotta go.
First shot is off from McKnight. Shot number 2 is good. 3 for 4 from the line. Here comes Touro, here comes Alcantara. McKnight gets crossed up, but he still gets the steal. Regroups, and here's Bond for the Sound. That's a travel.
I mean, if you have the length that he has, it's very hard to look at him get crossed up and not be able to say that's a great steal as well, because his length is the reason that he was able to get that. His athleticism was the reason he was able to get that.
Here's Alcantara. Nice poke by Ian Williams. It's 37-29. 37-29.
Oh, Coach Drizal wants defense in. Tyler O'Ryan Grant's back in.
Here we go. And that's actually a very smart move, Sydney. They're only up by 8 now. Momentum shifted a little bit. You want the best defense possible. Here's Alcantara to Vidal. 3 seconds left to shoot, and the shot, it's gonna count for 3. If you're the Sound, that's a heartbreaker. 3 points for Delwin Alcantara.
The Sound have to get back to their up-tempo offense. They're not that great in the half court as we've seen in previous years. Hopefully we can get that fixed this year, but they've got to start pushing the ball, getting that momentum, and then they can start slowing down.
Shot off from McKnight. 2 players down, 1 for the Sound, 1 for Touro. Here's Alcantara.
That's a carry.
Carry on Delwin Alcantara Jr. They're only up by 5 points right now. So should 5 Towns want to win, they got to score more.
Unfortunately, sir, we have to dribble the ball. We cannot carry it. How do you hit a shot over someone 6'7" who's flying in front of your face?
I mean, it seemed like the defense was caught sleeping for a second there. Here's Tyler Bond. Bond, nice pick set by Ian Williams. Here's Tyler Orion Grant. You know, and Ian Williams, the 3, it's off. Ooh, Ian Williams.
Oh, nice pass.
Robert Williams, so much contact. But Sydney, you know, our player to watch was Tyler Bond.
Yes.
He might not be scoring. He might not be scoring a lot, but he's doing everything right.
I mean,
really
like I said earlier, he facilitates offense. Like, he has the 4 assists. He's got 3 rebounds, but only 6 points. Point guards usually, most of the time, don't score that many points. They facilitate for other people to get those points, which thankfully Ian Williams has taken advantage of.
Yeah, Bond doing the little things right. Intangibles matter so much. Williams hits both.
2 for 2.
Here we go. Vidal to Nellis Wise. Wise to Alcantara, forcing it, and it's out of bounds. It's going to the Sound. 14:53 remains, 7-point game. Sound 39, Tornadoes 32. Tyler Bond taking it up for 5 Towns. Tyler Bond really knows how to control the floor and open it up for great passes.
Oh, absolutely. And once again, I'm going to say he's another one that I'm really excited to watch this year grow into the position that he's in. He's in a new leadership position as a sophomore. And honestly, that's one of the coolest things that can happen to you in a college game or in your college experience.
Yeah, I mean, what a good game this is too. I mean, if you're the Sound, you have to be happy. And Ian Williams, the shot is good. He's doing it. 42-32. Another 3 points for Ian Williams. 17 on the day.
Wow, unbelievable. 4 for 7 from behind the arc. And somebody who usually doesn't shoot 3-point shots, I have a feeling somebody was in his ear, maybe it was coach, saying that he needed to start shooting those.
Shot is off. Orion Grant on the rebound. Ian Williams, the 3. Okay, hold on. Sydney, weren't you at practice yesterday? Didn't Ian Williams get a little banged up? Didn't he have an ice pack or something? He's got 20 points and there's 14 minutes left. He took it personal.
There's not much I think the Tornadoes can do to stop him right now. If they start closing out on him, he's going to use that quick first step to get around, but right now he's just hitting from behind the arc, which isn't something that we see a lot during Sound basketball games, but it's so exciting to see them start finally getting in the basket, and I know everybody here is excited to watch this team now.
Is Coach mad right now?
Probably.
It's a 13-point game, but you know what? That's what you want to see. You want to see, don't settle for anything. Even though you're up 13, we want it. What? Sydney, you want to read that?
Hacking and whacking. We've got 12 fouls combined from each team. But the difference is right now, Touro has 8. We have, the Sound have 4.
Yeah. And just for those wondering, hacking and whacking, why is that a thing? Well, first of all, hacking. I mean, that's actually. I mean, that's what they say when you get a foul. Don't worry, he hacked me, whatever. But that is actually an ode and a tribute to the great Walt Clyde Frazier, New York Knicks broadcaster, New York Knicks legend, NBA Hall of Famer. He comes up with incredible sayings like that, shaking and baking. So now we got hacking and whacking.
You want to know who else has great sayings?
Who's that?
Glenn Mountain. Shout out you.
So we're doing a Sydney Mountains dad shout out on this broadcast.
Yeah. Shout out the Mountain Clan.
What's up, Glenn? How you doing? Here is Josh Goltz. Around to Vidal.
Yep, you got him with the body just a little bit.
It's a foul. Vidal. Sluger Vidal on the inbound for Touro. Finds a wide open Delwin Alcantara. Running through two defenders. I don't know about a blocking foul there. What did you see?
Not that.
So I guess we're on the same page.
I don't know if you saw me, but my head tilted a little bit. Like, my facial expression looked just like that. Because I don't know what that call was.
Shot is off from Delwin Alcantara. First one is off. He's 0 for 1 from the line. 13-point game. The second one is in. 45-33.
Just so you know, Glenn said he's living life, Aaron.
He's living life.
He's living life.
I'm glad Glenn is watching. He's going to stay with the sound. Robert Williams, what's the dispute going on right here?
They're probably being too aggressive.
Yeah.
And for those of you that can't see me, I put air quotes around that.
All right, Robert Williams. This is a good decision by Touro trying to press, but it didn't really seem like it worked. Here's Ian Williams.
Doesn't work when you only press two guys.
Wow. Here is Williams to the corner. Orion Grant with 3, his first points. His first points as a member of the Sound. Here's Delwin Alcantara.
Oh.
And a nice putback for Javon Von Johnson.
Can't leave anybody open underneath the basket. You have to at least put a body on somebody and box out.
Bond running through, and he gets fouled?
Yes.
There we go. 48-35, 5 Towns leads. Tyler Bond going to the line.
First foul shots of the night. That's interesting.
Yeah, he's usually at the line a lot. First one is good for Bond, 7 points on the night. Here's Bond for his second free throw. Second foul shot is good. 8 points.
Look who's coming back in. We've got the knight himself, Ahmad McKnight.
The knight himself. 7 points, 5 rebounds for McKnight. Drawn fouls, has more foul shots attempted than any player on the court.
He's the knight in shining armor for Coach Greg Drizel.
Oh, goodness, Sydney. Here comes Touro.
Oh.
They are beating themselves right now. Tyler Orion Grant, there's a foul. Tyler Orion Grant is crazy over there.
He should have called 3 seconds in the key.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. But Von Johnson literally stayed in there for at least 10 seconds trying to post up Orion Grant. And I'm pretty sure he made a campsite in there.
Sluger Vidal going to the line for his first foul shots of the night. He's got 3 points today. And the first one is off. Crucial. You gotta hit your free throws. Second shot. It is in. 50-36. And here comes McKnight.
That was
wow.
definitely a foul.
Yeah, there's a lot of contact there. Here comes Nellis Wise. Swings it around to Alcantara. Alcantara, and there's a foul. I guess on Orion Grant there.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
He hooked him a little bit. It's very hard as somebody who's smaller guarding somebody who's taller. It's very hard for them to be able to sit in the post and actually try and three-quarter front them. It's one of the hardest things to do.
And looking at the replay, it didn't even look like that much contact, but I guess foul was called. Alcantara for 3. That looked very on line. Nellis Wise with the rebound. Offensive rebounds are so important in the game of basketball. What a nice move, but it's off. Sound are getting out rebounded. But they got that one. Here's Bond. Ian Williams pushing. What a move, but no good. Wise, nice pass. Knew that was going to happen. Denzel Langlaise makes it a 50-38 game. We're halfway, almost just about halfway through the last half of this game. Jagielski to McKnight. Here's Orion Grant. Drive through. There is too much contact and no fouls called. Jagielski loses it. Orion Grant playing aggressive. He's so quick.
I don't even know how they ended up with the ball.
Maybe it's timeout on Coach Greg Drizel. I think that is a smart timeout. You're up and you don't want to lose momentum. Sloppy. 50-38.
You want to know another turning point in this game?
What's that?
Free throws.
Free throws.
The Sound are 80% from the line, where Touro is at 33.3%. Wow. You cannot be that.
That's not, and it is expensive. Anthony and Jose, you guys are right. They put that up there. It's expensive. It's costing them the game. I love the wordplay.
It's super costly. That, and I said this earlier, 3-pointers. The Sound are at 50% right now. They're 8 for 16. Touro's 2 of 8. They're 25%, which isn't bad. But if the Sound are shooting at 50%, 25% is kind of bad.
Yeah. 12-point game here, 11:16 to go. 50-38. Here's Ahmad McKnight to Tyler Bond. Bond, maybe he traveled there, but no call. McKnight, that's a foul. He's going to take free throws number 5 and 6.
He had to get a call at one point at this game, because there have been too many possessions where he has gone up, but they haven't called anything. So it's about time that they called a foul for Ahmad McKnight.
McKnight, it's good. The first one is good.
Once again, using his quick steps and facilitating his offense. That is something that we've been talking about for Bond all the time, but like I said, Ahmad McKnight just has to go up a little stronger. Understandable, got fouled. Hopefully next time he can get an and one for that.
Alcantara. Here's Bond. Bond, that's going
to be a foul.
Foul?
Yeah, they definitely hit his arm or hooked his arm.
Bond is out. Jagielski's out. Robert Williams, Ian Williams come in. Robert Williams around to Orion Grant. Ian Williams. And it's 2.
Now, I don't know if you've noted this, but Bond just came out of the game and looks like he's getting worked on, but if you're the Sound, you hope he comes back very fast. It kind of just looked like he was bleeding a little bit, so he had to come out of the game, but hopefully he comes back very soon.
Here's Ian Williams, 54-38. The game's getting away from Touro slowly here. Orion Grant, this guy, I love watching him. He's so fast, and he knows what to do with the ball. He knows what to do when he doesn't have the ball. Such a valuable asset to this team.
I love the energy that he brings, too.
Absolutely. Here's Ian Williams. There's no foul. I don't understand why there's no fouls called, but McKnight says no problem, tries to put it back. It's off. All right, there is so much contact on all three of those, and not one was called. Under 10 minutes to go in the game. Sound are up 54-38. Here's Nellis Wise. Around to Goltz. And he steps out of bounds. That's Javon Von Johnson stepping out right there.
Now, we did talk about turnovers earlier, but we got 14 steals. We've got, I don't know, did Dora the Explorer come?
Yeah.
We got Swiper, no swiping. Did you used to watch that? Because I know I did.
Yeah. Where is the basketball game?
I don't know. It's behind you.
Yeah, meanwhile, she's got the map and she knows where to go. Amon McKnight's got the map, too.
He knows where the basketball game is. He showed up today.
56-38. Here's Nellis Wise. That was a delayed laugh.
I'm sorry, but Swiper, no swiping was great.
Well, they swiped again. Here's Ian Williams. And the Tornadoes are letting Swiper swipe. Another two for the Sound. And it's a two-pointer for Gabriel Dembski. 18-point game. Bond swings it to Williams. What a move, and it is off. Here's Goltz. Nice little outlet pass.
That was a great pass.
Awesome. To Sage Estimi. 58-42.
That was a great pass. I don't even know how that made it in.
Yeah, great pass, great little outlet pass there. And I mean, it's 8 minutes left, Sydney, and if you're the Sound, you should just keep the pressure on. Keep the pressure on.
Absolutely. I mean, you've got two people right now in double digits. Ian Williams has 24 points tonight. Ahmad McKnight contributing 11. But then on the other side, you've got two Tornadoes also in double digits. Von Johnson has 16 and Langlaise has 10. You got to stop them if you're the Sound. They can't score anymore. You got to make everybody else score.
Make everybody else score. I mean, yeah. I mean, for the Sound, if you look at this, I mean, it shouldn't really be a surprise, but Tyler Bond was our player to watch.
Yeah.
Right? And we expected a big game. Now, you look at the points, 8 points. Is that a big game? Okay, whatever. When you look at the other stats, you know it's a big game.
I think he's having a great game.
When you see the 3 rebounds, you see the 6 assists, you see the few steals. I mean, 6 assists is very invaluable. And Coach Greg Drizel he's firing his team up. And that's the thing I love about him. If they're up 35 or down 35,
he's never satisfied.
Same energy has to be kept. You can't change the style of coaching. You can't be laid back, and you can't take the pressure off. Put the foot on the gas and keep it there until that clock hits 0. Coach Greg Drizel is great at that.
One thing you pointed out was Bond's 6 assists, and we mentioned it earlier. He had 98 assists last year. You want to know who was second?
Who's that?
Ian Williams with 50.
Wow. And that's a lot, but Tyler Bonds blew that away.
Had 48 more assists.
Here's Hunter Waldman back in the game. We haven't seen him in a while, and they force a turnover on Waldman. Alcantara to Josh Goltz. Here comes the Tornadoes. Around to Sage Estimi, and they lose the ball. Hunter Waldman comes up with it, and he's getting double teamed. He's got to get away, and Bond taking it easy. Here's Bond.
You said, here come the Tornadoes, and all I could think of was Toto, I don't think we're in Kansas anymore.
Sydney. Here's Hunter Waldman. He's shooting from Kansas. It's off. 58-42. Sound still lead the game.
That was nice.
Good.
That makes up for the McDonald's one from earlier.
I think we need to have a compilation of things we say. I think Coach
We need a
Frizzell-
compilation of just Coach yelling at people and his weird movements. Because there are things that he does that I just don't understand.
Here's Bond. 2 points for Tyler Bond.
Bottoms!
I still don't know what that means. 60-42, Sound lead with 7 minutes. Momentum certainly doesn't seem like it's shifting. And the shot is off from Golds, but that was an interesting putback attempt. And it's good, 2 points.
He's just playing a game of taps at this point. There was no possession of the ball whatsoever, just trying to tap that in.
Waldman around to Bond, to Robert Williams.
Oh, nice.
Ian Williams, what a pass.
That is such a nice back cut by Williams. They finally realized that the Tornadoes are putting so much pressure on them that the back door cut has been open almost all game. And it is, oh, that's kickball.
Here we go, and it's inbound from Sugar Vidal, and it's off. Tyler Bond to Ian Williams, takes it, and it's off. He almost just got his own rebound over
Wow.
Gabriel Dembski, and
How was that their ball?
there is no way. Gabriel Dembski,
He smacked
Swatted
that out
it.
of Williams' hand.
well, 6
Interesting.
minutes remain.
We might have to take that referee up on his offer of having a press conference after the game.
Yeah, he said, can I get on there? I said to him, remember, Cindy? I said, hey, only if you make bad calls, we're going to talk. Officiating has been even, though, most of the game. Have to be fair. Sage Estemi saves a backcourt violation, and that shot is way off. Good defense by Robert Williams. Here's Tyler Bond. Bond trying to find an open man. Tyler Bond, take your time. 5:25 to go. 15 seconds remain on the shot clock. Bond, you don't want to force anything like that because here's Josh Goltz, and there's 2 points, 62-46.
You know, I've always been told I've been playing basketball since the day I could walk. The clock is your friend. The clock and the backboard are both your friend. Use them.
Yeah, you know, I don't know why people, when I don't swish it and use the backboard, they call me out on it. Jagielski gets absolutely fouled by like 2 people there.
I think he got hit on both arms.
Yep. Jagielski going to the line, taking his first free throws.
That's interesting. You know, Jagielski, he used to be called a big man for them, but now he's on the outside because, you know, you got that inside presence of Robert Williams and Ahmad Knight, so he can play more on the outside, which is what he's used to, which is what Coach Greg Drizal told us earlier. So it's great to see him being able to get put into a spot where he's more comfortable so he can flourish, because he was on that block a lot last year, and he was getting free throw attempts a lot more than he has been in previous, he's been on the line a lot more in previous years than he has this year. Granted, it's first game, but still. Usually he's not taking his first 2 with 5 minutes left in the game.
That's just a testament to how the roster's gotten bigger as far as height. He doesn't have to do as much. That just went off Langlaze's head. And here's Ian Williams. Markel Foster in for Ahmad McKnight. Tyler Bond controlling the floor to Williams, to Jagielski. Nice little shake move there. There is a lot that could have been called there. Could have been a travel, could have been a foul. Coming in for Touro. Actually, coming out for Touro is Gabriel Dembski. Delwyn Alcantara Jr. is in, and out comes Sage Stimi. Here's Vidal. Around to Goltz, Josh Goltz. Trying to find somebody open, and Five Towns defense really knows how to pressure them. And the shot is good. Swish 3 for number 5, Sluger Vidal.
Well, one thing about having his defense the way it is this year with being pressed up against everybody, they seem to be in sort of a scramble defense instead of a man-to-man where each person has one. And if you don't pay attention, you get lost. And that's when those open shots happen.
Shot was no good. 63-49. Nice little outward pass right there to Ari Allswang. Ari Allswang for 2. Here is Tyler Bond. The shot is up and it's good.
The mid-range shot is one of his best shots. I think Damani passed it down to him.
Training in the gym all that time.
Absolutely.
Alcantara underneath to Langlays. That nothing but net, but not in the net. 65-51.
That was funny too.
We need a compilation. It's only game 1. Robert
Absolutely.
Williams, Tyler Bond. 3:13 remains in the 65-51 Five Towns lead, and Coach Rizzo calls a timeout.
Actually, I think Tyler Bond called that
Oh,
timeout.
Tyler Bond called a
Yeah.
timeout.
He immediately got over half court and goes, timeout, 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 timeout.
So 65-51. I mean, the threes are a big thing.
Yeah, I said this earlier. Three-pointers are a very big key to this game as well as the free throws, but Five Towns is shooting 44% from 3 now. They're 8 for 18, and 5 of the 8 are from Ian Williams.
Now, they shot 8 threes. They made 8 threes. Ian Williams took 8 threes, attempted 8 threes. But, yeah, I mean, it's incredible. Almost everybody who's been on the floor for really both teams has scored.
Ooh, you gotta watch out. You know, we were hacking and whacking earlier. Langlace, he's had a long night. He's got 4 fouls. They've got to be careful if they want to keep him in because he is their second highest scorer with 10 points. So if they want to even have a chance at coming back in this game, he has to be careful.
Yeah, and Langlays, I mean, like you said, he's been a crucial part. So 10 points, 4 rebounds for him. Something interesting about Five Towns, nobody has more than 2 fouls, and only half the team has 1. So it's
That is actually crazy stat because usually at least 3 people are in foul trouble by now.
Yep. Stuff has changed. Hopefully, you know, for them, it changes after this too for the rest of the season. Here's Tyler Bond. Force that pass. It's going to stay with the sound though. Here come the sound. Here's Robert Williams. It's a foul on the sound. 65-51. Here is Josh Goltz on the inbound for Touro. Alcantara almost loses it there. Round to Sluger Vidal. Alcantara. It's off. Sound ball. Robert Williams inbound to Tyler Bond. Tyler Bond around to Robert Williams. Orion Grant almost underneath. Yagelski to Bond. Here is Robert Williams around to Yagelski. Oh my goodness. It's a blocking foul.
That's absolutely a blocking foul. He was not set in front of him. I think he tried to take a charge, but that wasn't gonna happen. He was way too far behind him, just not set. He had to set his feet if he wanted that to be called a charge. But if you're coming in from an angle like that and you're not setting your feet, you are going to get called almost every single time. You're going to get called 99% of the time for a blocking foul.
Here is Jean-Philippe Jagielski going to the line for 2 foul shots. Oh, sorry. Well, the first one is good. 66-51 is the score.
That's interesting. I thought they got rid of 1-on-1 this year.
That's why I was confused. I said 2, but yes, there was 1-on-1.
Yeah, but I thought they got rid of it. Did they not?
I don't know. I guess not. And the second shot is off. Alcantara to Vidal. Vidal driving. Bond almost swipes it, and it's good. 66-53. 2:15 remains. Here's Tyler Bond. To Jean-Philippe Jagielski. Around to Bond. Travel on Tyler Bond.
Yeah, sometimes I think they're a little bit quicker than their head goes, because a lot of the times their travels are because they're ready to move, but they don't have the ball yet.
Here comes Josh Goltz.
Ooh.
What was the call for that?
I know it was an offensive foul, but my head did not turn fast enough for that. I was still looking at the ball. Well, I guess that was in favor of the sound, so sound ball.
66-53. Tyler Bond with 1:50 to go. Robert Williams.
Nice.
Nice pass, and Grant gets fouled.
I said it earlier, those backdoor cuts are going to be open. The Sound just have to see them and get the passes there.
Wow, they're letting them hear it. And the first one is in for Ryan Grant, 4 points on the night.
Isn't the home team supposed to be quiet when their team shoots?
Yeah, you know what? That's not how it works. You're actually right about that.
I'm real confused now. Yeah, aren't they supposed to do like spirit fingers
Yeah, they're
or
supposed
something?
to do.
Two for two. Can't get much better than that.
Here is Sugar Vidal. Around to Rosario. Alcantara. Steal by Orion Grant. Nice pass to Bond, and the 2 is off. Minute 20 remains in this matchup here. Oh, that's why. Justice Hemingway is in the ball game for the Sound. Oh, we got a few waiting to check in here.
They're getting their Five Towns college in general debut.
Yeah. That is Timothy Terry and Donald Darby. Darby and Terry are in. Bond comes out, and Jagielski comes out. 14-point lead with 1:10 to go. And it's 2 points. And Darby to Terry, their first connection, their first college ball experience. So let's see what they can do, even though it's a large margin, the score. They definitely want to make an impact, and Terry's shot is off. Foster jumped
He
high.
was jumping out of the room. Holy cow.
And here's Ripstein. Now Ripstein. 40 seconds to go. Off the foot of Terry, gets it back to Rosario. Swings it around to Allswang. Rosario floater. No good. Markel Foster to Terry. And it's 22 seconds remaining, 68-56 score.
For a season opener, I don't think they could have asked for much better.
Not at all. $68-56. And the shot is off from Tim Terry. Second shot for Terry here, looking for his first college basketball points, and it's good. There's his first point.
There we go. Love to see it.
$12 seconds to go.
Nice
and a
defense.
steal by Foster. It's going to be out of bounds. So there are 8 seconds, just under 8 seconds remaining. It is a 69-56 game. And we're at the final seconds here. It looks like
Nice
the sound.
steal.
Nice steal by Terry in his first game. Oh my goodness. He's showing off right now.
Swiper is swiping.
69-56. Sydney, Five Towns comes out on top. 69-56. What are the stats? What do you see?
Look, the Sound did get out-rebound tonight, and they do have to do a little bit better against a great team that might be a game changer, but still, we've got 38 rebounds for the Tornadoes, 35 for us, and I don't understand how it happened, but the field goals for the Tornadoes is actually higher than the Sound.
That's actually very interesting. I mean, the Sound had a lot more opportunities, so I guess that's why they missed more shots. But Sydney, our player to watch was Tyler Bond, and he did have a great game. The player of the game has to go to Ian Williams, right?
Oh, absolutely. Williams had a great game today. He had 26 points out of the 69 points that they scored today, 4 assists and 5 rebounds. 5 rebounds as somebody who's 5'10". He's getting towered over by 6'7" players from both teams, and yet he still comes out with 5 rebounds. He's got 26 points is unbelievable. I don't think they could have had a better season opener, not even just Ian Williams himself, but the Sound in general.
It's actually crazy. It's crazy to see how great Ian Williams is. Just like you said, Sydney, he's what, 5'10"?
5'10".
He's 5'10". I mean, I don't understand how he's out rebounding guys who are 6'5". You heard me correctly. You saw it. We saw it.
6'7".
Some guys are 6'7". See. But Ian Williams is with the third member of our broadcast team, Jeff Kramer. Jeff.
Thanks, Sydney and Aaron. What an incredible game an incredible performance by Ian Williams. Ian, what was your mindset going into tonight's game?
Just play hard as a team, get stops on defense, and just work hard as a team on offense.
And how do you plan on keeping that consistency for the rest of the season?
Having a positive mindset, all working together, and just keep going hard in practice every day.
Congrats to you on the major win, and congrats for the rest of the season. Back to you guys.
So Ian Williams, like we said, we can't say it enough. What a great game. Third member of our broadcast team, Jeff Kramer. He spoke to him. Sydney, what an experience. The season opener. Their next stream is Saturday, November 11th at 1 p.m. The new school versus Five Towns College is a doubleheader, 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. And Sydney, let's look at some highlights.
Let's do it. I'm so excited. Today got me so excited for the rest of the season. I know you're excited. You're going to be here Saturday. I'm going to be here Saturday.
Yeah, and we'll definitely get into that on Saturday. So I'm Aaron McLaughlin,
I'm Sydney Mountain.
signing off.